discovered the key to all of our problems is stress and emotions. But most people really do not know how to change their stressors. You know, I studied a lot of different things, NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, and it's the study of the mind and how the mind and the body works, and it's also the study of strategies, internal process. Most of us are really good at picking on ourselves. We're really good at finding fault with ourselves. We're really good at punishing ourselves. We're really good at guilting ourselves. We're really good at rejecting and abandoning ourselves. And we always find someone to help support what we believe about ourselves. And so one of the most major parts that I have discovered while working with individuals is that we have a tendency to try to escape whatever it is we feel. If you're stressed and upset, the alcoholic, they'd run to their alcohol, the drug addict would run to their drugs, the smoker would go to their cigarettes, and the foodaholic would go to their food. And the only difference between all of those is basically one difference: the substance they use. And so most of us do not know how to change it. You know, a smoker, they don't have to smoke. I mean, there's never that cigarette around at the table or with the family, unless you're with the people who do that. But with food, you're always around food. Food in our culture is such a powerful drug. You know, and I was looking at a magazine the other day, and it said, "Eat more, weigh less. Eat more, weigh less." And of course, if you love food, you say, "Wow, I want that program." Isn't that true? Because we want to eat more, weigh less. But here's the truth to that: it doesn't work. Now, I tell you this: if you eat more nothing, the more nothing you eat, the less you'll weigh. Did you hear me? The more nothing you eat, the less you'll weigh. And so what they did is said, what we'll do is we'll find some way to take some of the calories out, you know. So we'll find some aspartame, which is, by the way, a neurotoxin. So now you're getting your sugar fix, seemingly. And then you're saying, wow, it's a great way to lose weight, eat more, weigh less. But you still eat a lot more, and you don't weigh any less. So what we want to do is to discover the real secret to how to make it work for you. The number one cause of weight gain is stressed emotions. Automatic emotional stressors and trying to escape whatever it is that's in our life. The second number one way to gain weight is to go on a diet. Dieting is the best way to gain weight. I guarantee you. How many of you tried diets and after you got off the diet, you went right back and you gained more? And you know, there's research showing that they had these people who were anorexic, and the best way they put weight on is to put them on a diet. And they gain more weight. So that's number two. And the third major reason why we put on weight is because of automatic, unconscious programming. Now, what are automatic, unconscious programming? You know, of course, many of you probably heard about Pavlov and the dogs. Now, Pavlov, he discovered when he'd feed the dogs, ring the bell, feed the dogs, ring the bell, feed the dogs, ring the bell, he would ring the bell and discover that they thought they were going to get food. Basic conditioning. Now, we have been conditioned by our parents, by the TV shows, by our society, by the magazines. We're bombarded with this idea. Here's one of the most major emotional drivers that drive people to eat even when they're not hungry is, Kathleen, you need to clean your plate. Everything on that plate, you're going to clean it up. And now, you know, here you are, you're 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, however old you are, you still have this unconscious program saying, I've got to clean the plate. I've got to eat everything. Because you, as a child, were conditioned to do so. Now, other people were conditioned to do different things, you know. Some people were punished at the table. And so when they are feeling bad or they want to punish themselves, they'll eat the whole bag of cookies. You know, the real rich ones, the ones that make you sick after you finish eating them. And of course, I mean, everybody has their little unconscious conditioning. And so some of us do not know how to stop it. How many of you went on a diet And, when you went on this diet, all of a sudden you'd start dreaming, and you would fantasize, and food was floating around your head all the time. Isn't that true? Because if they're going to take it away from you, the feeling of being deprived is a major emotional driver. But how do you get rid of those bad feelings? How do you change those? And I'm telling you guys, I was reading this book, and Dr. Phil came out with a really good book, and he started out really right. He said, if you want to lose the weight, it starts right here. Isn't that true? It starts right here. And then he went on to say in this book, there's several things. There's some good things in there. But he went on to say, what you need to do is to fat-proof your house. So you go into your cabinets and you start throwing away all the food that's going to make you fat, all the unhealthy foods. And then he says what you need to do also is fat-proof your life. That means if you have friends and family that they love the buffets, they always feed you when you come over, you need to just cut them out of your life. All right? Now, that's true. That's part of the program. And another part of the program is, now if you have an issue like Albert did. Now, Albert, he's a lot taller guy, and he's bigger, and he walked into the seminar. At the time, I was doing a 2-day seminar, and I don't remember if it was on weight loss. No, it wasn't on weight loss. It was on outsmart stress, trying to get rid of stress in your life. And he walked in, he said, "Oh my God, I can't believe I just passed a Whataburger." It was traumatic for him. It was emotionally charged. I can't believe I passed it because, that pool that says you got to stop at Whataburger. I don't have that pool, but inside him, it was traumatic just to pass Whataburger. Now, according with Dr. Phil's program, is what you need to do is get you a map and circle all the places where Whataburgers are, and you just avoid those places. Isn't that true? That is the modern mentality about weight loss. It's the food that makes you fat. The food is so powerful. It has so much strength. Just like the lady who flew in from, Wisconsin to come and see me. And she had this horrible, horrible chocolate addiction. It was just horrible. She couldn't have it in the house. She couldn't be around it. It was just big. And so she checked in her motel room, and on the pillow was 2 pieces of chocolate, and she thought, I put it there. And so here it is, this super powerhouse called chocolate is controlling her. Can you imagine? The lady who said, I can't go out of town, I can't go to Las Vegas, I can't go where everybody else is because there's buffets. I have no power over buffets. Buffets overtake me. I have to eat my 5 plates full. She says, I can't go, I can't leave. I can't even go near a buffet. Pretty crazy. Isn't that right? So what is the mentality? The mentality is chocolate, buffets. You can't go see your grandmother. You know what the grandmothers always want to do, right? Feed you. Right? Because if they feed you, that means right. So here she is. She came to see me, chocolate addiction. And of course, we give food meaning. Do you understand that? We give food meaning. That means chocolate has no power. You realize that we can have all the foods right here in this room, every food that you can ever imagine, and not gain 1 ounce unless you have a relationship with food. But Liz came to the seminar. She said, I'm the same way with chocolate. My children would get Halloween candy, Easter candy, Christmas candy, and I tell them to go hide it. She'll be sound asleep in a dead sleep and just wake up. And then she has a strange desire. Flashlight in hand, crawling around in the kids' room, looking for the chocolate. This is the truth. The lady said, I'm laying in bed at night, and all of a sudden that craving comes over. I need chocolate. He would get up in the middle of the night and drive across town and buy her chocolate. So, where is the power?